Yo, what up? This is Jeremy Sports Network coming to you live. How everybody doing out there? Me, I'm doing good. Just came off of doing a show where you guys need to check out Fresh Perspective. Awesome show. Awesome show. You guys need to check out. Make sure you tune in and subscribe where we bring you guys nothing but the hottest topics in sports. And now what I want to talk about, and excuse my iPhone going off. What I want to talk about today is the top news in boxing right now. And the top news that's in boxing right now, what we have is really Gervonta Davis, Adrian Broner, Robert Easter, all these guys, man. A lot is going down with Floyd Mayweather being in the middle of this. We're going to get to that shortly. But what I really want to talk about first, starting out, is what a wonderful performance by Vasily Lomachenko on this past Saturday night. Lomachenko, hands down, is probably the best technical fighter that's pound for pound in boxing right now. That's just right now. Now, I'm not saying that Lomachenko is number one overall pound for pound, but as far as him being a technician, he's phenomenal. And he put on a show against Sosa, but at the same time, you have to give it to Sosa. He took it like a man. And a lot of people right now in the 130-pound division is not stepping in the ring against Vasily Lomachenko. I will say that. But on top of that, later on that night, Adrian Broner, he wasn't in attendance. It was Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis was kind of doing an interview, taking pictures, shaking hands with everybody. Tevin Farmer walks up, and Gervonta pretty much, approached Tevin Farmer to see what he's talking about. And a lot of people, if you don't know who Tevin Farmer is, Tevin Farmer, he's from Philly. He's a fighter that's from Philly. He's 24-4 with one draw. He got 5 knockouts. He lost 2 of the 4 fights by knockout. But that's a little bit about Tevin Farmer. He started out in boxing at later on in his life, around 18, 19 years old, but he's made a name for himself. But he felt as though he wanted to call out Gervonta and tell Gervonta, well, hey, Gervonta, when I get my WBC, will you be willing to unify right away? So Gervonta told him, absolutely. If you get the WBC, we will unify. I have no problem with that. But first, you have to get the WBC. And the commotion went on. Sam Watson was standing in the middle of it. But to what Gervonta was saying, how is it that Tevin Farmer comes out of nowhere and calls out a world champion in Gervonta Davis, who's been proven? Gervonta already told him straight up his heart hasn't been tested yet. And that's the truth. Who has Tevin Farmer fought for him to say his heart has been tested? He already had 4 losses. Why should Gervonta even waste his time even entertaining the need to fight you? Now, I won't sit here and say that it won't be a good fight. I feel as though it'll be an easy work for Gervonta. Easy work. He's going to beat Tevin Farmer by knockout. Easy. Tevin Farmer doesn't have any power. That's why he only had 5 knockouts. But for you to challenge Gervonta like that, of course, it brought a lot of news and it shook up, the boxing world a little bit. But then not only was it Tevin Farmer, but then it seemed to somehow do a derivative and transverse off into Adrian Broner. Gervonta posts a picture on his Instagram of him versus Adrian Broner. Now, if you guys think I'm playing, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share this with you. We're gonna head over to Jeremy Sports Network, and I'm gonna share with you that post from Gervonta posting. Here it goes, right here. Davis versus Bruner, and you see where it's handled by Mayweather Promotions, TMT Promotions on Showtime, with Davis' name on the top, Broner being the B side, while Davis will be the A side in this fight. But if you're Gervonta Davis, you calling out Adrian Broner, that didn't sit too well with AB, because with Adrian Broner, he knows a lot about Gervonta. He helped build Gervonta. He helped Gervonta when nobody knew about Gervonta Davis at all, period. And if you think I'm playing, just listen to how Adrian Broner felt when he seen what he saw from Gervonta.
Hey, Tank, man, you sick, man. You a little nigga, man. You better stay down there with them little niggas, man. Go worry about Lomachenko or the nigga you about to fight. Like, man, you too little, man. I will fuck you up like Faison Love did the employee in the airport, boy. You know you can't fuck with me, boy. Matter of fact, I got a 135 pounder that'll beat your ass, boy. He a world champion too, Robert. Yeah, Bunny, nigga. You know what's up, nigga. You can't fuck with us, man. Quit playing, man. I looked at you like a little brother, and then I ain't really that mad at you because you just a little nigga who was easily influenced. Like I'm really mad at that nigga Floyd because he got you doing this gay ass shit. The same nigga that called me and told me he don't fuck with you, nigga. So I see why he wants you to fight me so I can beat your ass because he know that you can't beat me, nigga. You tripping, nigga, and you supposed to be up on the streets. How you gonna let a fuck nigga turn you on me, nigga? I do whatever for you. Same nigga that'll blow a motherfucker in the head for you, nigga. That's some gay ass shit. Floyd, you a bitch.
So that's Adrian Broner's response to what he saw from Gervonta Davis. Now, personally, I don't have a problem with Adrian Broner's response. I feel as though it's real and it's true, because Adrian Broner, like I said, if Adrian Broner has pictures with Gervonta Davis when Gervonta was just a young buck before he even knew Floyd Mayweather. When Adrian Broner used to walk to the ring, Gervonta Davis was walking out with Adrian Broner before anybody knew who Adrian Broner or knew who Gervonta Davis was. So you could hear the hurt that's in Adrian's voice. And then me, that's why I say I don't have a problem with Adrian's response. But what I do have a problem with is how everybody's coming after Gervonta. Everybody's coming after Gervonta now because he's with Mayweather. And Mayweather, he's just going to sit back, relax, and make money. Because now he's taking his world champion and taking him in the backyard in the UK to defend his title. Get that money over there because it's going to be good money for Gervonta in the UK. And then Gervonta already said after he handled his business on May the 20th, he wants Tevin Farmer. He don't care about him having a WBC belt or anything. He's going to go ahead and end Tevin Farmer. And this is after his fight on May 20th. So he's going to handle Tevin Farmer at 130 pounds. And then he says he's going to move up another 10 pounds after he defeats Tevin Farmer to come after Adrian Broner. Now, if Gervonta and Adrian both get in the ring, I highly think that they'll be fighting at 140 pounds because it's hard already for Adrian Broner to make 140. We saw that in the fight against Adrian Granados, that he was not able to make 140. Yes, he suffered an illness throughout camp to where it was hard for him to make that weight. But we seen Adrian struggle with weight throughout his career. Now, where does that put Adrian Broner and Gervonta Davis? I don't see that fight happening at all. I just think it's a bunch of talk. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen. But what you do have to worry about if you're Adrian Broner is you was just cool with Floyd 4 days ago. Posting pictures on Instagram. I'm with my brother, everything is all good. And then you talking about F. Floyd. Really? So Floyd Mayweather done turned Gervonta against Adrian Broner now? Because I'm trying to figure out how this all come about because it happened just so quickly. It happened just so quickly. It shook up the boxing world. Now I know what Tevin Foreman and Gervonta have going on. That's Tevin Foreman wanting an opportunity. That's it. Tevin Foreman just wants an opportunity. He's not getting the job done being under Lou DiBella. We already know. He's fighting April 29th, and I can show you that even BoxRec don't even have the fighter who's Tevin Foreman's fighting on April 29th. Even in that video footage of Gervonta, which I'll go back and show you guys the video footage. We could watch that of Gervonta versus when he approached Tevin Foreman. They asked Tevin Foreman, "Hey Tevin, who you fighting? We want to know who you fighting next on April 29th." He didn't say a name at all, period. He just know he's fighting April 29th. I'm going to show you guys on BoxRec. Well, BoxRec don't even announce who he's fighting on April 29th if you think that I'm playing. And to me, it is crazy because I'm like, well, okay, Tevin Foreman is fighting on the 29th, but here, you see it. 2017, April the 29th, opponent to be announced. They don't have an opponent for him at all, period. But if we go through Tevin Foreman's resume, let's go through Tevin Foreman's resume right quick, and then we're going to go to Gervonta Davis' resume, and then I'm going to show you guys the footage of what took place on this past weekend. Going through Tevin Foreman's resume here, I'm looking for a name. He fought Darden, Orlando Rios, Ivan Redkach. I'm looking for a name on here to where he's been tested. And when I come across a name, boom, Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza was the IBF champion who Gervonta Davis fought for the title. Tevin Foreman lost to him TKO. He lost to him TKO to Pedraza. And we want to sit here and claim Tevin Foreman as the man to beat Gervonta Davis. And we saw what Gervonta did to Jose Pedraza. Let's look at Gervonta's resume. This is Gervonta's resume. 17-0, 16 knockouts. 16 knockouts. Straight. May 20th, he fights Liam Walsh in the UK. He goes to the UK to defend his title. Liam Walsh is 21-0. He's a proven mandatory. Liam Walsh was supposed to fight Jose Pedraza first before he fought before Pedraza fought Gervonta. Liam Walsh was the mandatory for Jose Pedraza. But they paid Liam Walsh step aside money where they asked him could they take a voluntary fight first before he fought his mandatory, and they agreed to that. And when they agreed to that, they was like, well, okay, then we'll let Gervonta fight Pedraza for the title, with the title being on the line. And after he fight him for the title, then if Pedraza wins, the winner or if Pedraza loses and Gervonta wins, the winner have to take on Liam Walsh because he's the mandatory. That's why we have Gervonta Davis versus Liam Walsh for the IBF title. Now, on top of that, after Gervonta take care of business with Liam Walsh, you got Tevin Foreman, who lost to Jose Pedraza by TKO, calling out Gervonta Davis. We seen Gervonta with 16 straight knockouts, 17-0, IBF world champion. And you mean to tell me that he's going to lose to Tevin Foreman, a guy who lost to Jose Pedraza, and we seen what Gervonta did to Pedraza? Come on now. You got to be kidding me. You literally have to be kidding me if we sit in here thinking that Tevin Foreman is going to beat Gervonta Davis. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not even going to buy into all that noise, but I want to show you guys the video of what took place if you guys didn't see it. If you guys didn't see it, I'm going to share this video with you. We're going to head over to Jeremy Sports Network. And here's the footage of what took place between Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer.
Right away? Let's get it on camera. So, let's get it on camera.
That's a real chat right there.
Okay, listen.
Your heart haven't been tested yet.
My heart haven't been tested? How my heart haven't been tested? I've been tested more than you.
Where your belt?
A belt don't make you champion. A belt don't make you champion. A belt don't, listen.
Is he a champ?
Yeah, I'm a champ.
You got 4 losses.
Answer my question. Answer my question. Answer my question. Listen, answer my question. Answer my question. When I get my WBC, are we going unified? Right away. Right away. Right away. Right away. Right away. ASAP. After the 20th. Listen, go win. Go win. Go win. Go win.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
That is a little bit of what took place between Gervonta Davis, and Tevin Farmer. If you want the full video, you can head over to Jeremy Sports Network. You'll be able to get the full video. If you want the full video, you'll be able to see it. And that's on Facebook, Jeremy Sports Network. And so now you guys see what we're talking about here with Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer. I showed you their resumes. Gervonta Davis is the man right now, the knockout king right now. And he's in the 130-pound division, the same as Vasco Lomachenko. But when we talk about Lomachenko, right now, Lomachenko is thinking about moving up to 135 to face perhaps Mikey Garcia. Now, if we get Vasco Lomachenko moving up to face Mikey Garcia, hey, no problem with that. Because if he loses to Mikey, then I don't think that's going to have if he have to vacate the title, he may have to. I don't know if he's going to have to vacate the title at 130 when he move up to face Mikey, or if he's going to still remain champion and then he's going to be able to go back down to 130 and defend his title. I don't know what Lomachenko plan is to do right now at this particular point, but if it happens, then hey, it happens. That's something that the boxing world needs. So if we're going to move right along on this, because right now I don't have anything to say when it comes to what's going to happen with Gervonta and Adrian Broner and Robert Easter, because I ain't even talk about the fact that Robert Easter even posted up a picture of him versus Gervonta and basically saying that he'll take on Gervonta, and he's at 135 pounds. Gervonta's at 130. And Robert Easter is an IBF world champion at 135 pounds. So right now, Gervonta is looking to take on the whole About Billions promotions. And he said he ain't scared of nobody. He told him he was coming. And if you guys don't follow them on social media, I suggest you guys follow them on social media so you could be able to see firsthand on what happens and what takes place. So you're listening to Jeremy Sports Network with another fabulous show. I'm heading over to another topic, which is my last topic for the night, is Myles Garrett skipping his interview with Mike and Mike. And to me, I heard a lot of hoopla, a lot of noise about it. But I personally feel as though Myles Garrett can choose to do whatever he want to do. Even though the actual details of reason why he skipped that particular interview, because he did the whole ESPN run. He did the whole run through ESPN. You know, he did his first take appearance. He did everything except for Mike and Mike. And if we want to get into details of what he did and why he missed that particular interview, we head over here to Jeremy Sports Network. And the reason why is because the potential number 1 pick in the NFL draft declined to make an appearance on Mike and Mike, apparently because of his past criticism by Booger McFarland. The SEC Network personality was filling in for Mike Golic alongside Mike Greenberg on Monday, and Garrett apparently wasn't interested in a sit-down. He wasn't interested because of the criticism. When people talk about you and dog you out, usually a lot of those guys don't entertain the media in that perspective. We've seen Boogie Cousins lash out at a person that's in the media. That was when he was in Sacramento. We've seen that on 2 occasions. 2. And that's why a lot of players really don't deal with media, because of the bad criticism that they dish out on these players. Now, me, I'm just gonna keep it real. If I see something happen, hey, I'm gonna call you out on it. If you're not producing on the field, I'll call you out on it. If you're not performing in the boxing ring and you get knocked out, I'm gonna call you out on it. But at the same time, when you're doing good and you're doing what you're supposed to do as that individual, as that competitor, as that leader of whatever team you on, I'm going to pay homage to what it is that you're doing. I'm going to keep it real with you. But the fact is, if Myles Garrett is sensitive of the fact that he's not going to do an interview because one person was critical of him, then what about all the other interviews you're going to do once you make it to the NFL? Say, for instance, if you do make an appearance on NFL Network, because there's going to be somebody on the panel who's going to be very critical of you. So are you going to turn down an NFL Network interview? Are you going to turn down a television interview after you may make a big play in the NFL or whatever it is that you do for CBS or whoever? You're going to turn down those interviews? Because people are going to always be critical of you, Myles Garrett. You have to understand that. They're critical of you right now, with you being perhaps the potential number 1 overall pick. And they don't even want you to be the number 1 overall pick. Deshaun Watson should be, in a lot of people's mind, the number 1 overall pick. But with Myles Garrett, you can't be sensitive, man. You can't be sensitive, bro. And I don't have a problem with you skipping that interview at all, because at the end of the day, you're a man and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But at the same time, let the reason on why you do something, don't let it be because this one person was critical of you and you kind of felt some type of way. You don't want that to be the main issue. You know, just say, hey, I just didn't want to do the interview, and leave it at that. You don't have to answer to nobody, because right now you're a potential free agent right now who's looking for a job in the NFL. And within doing that, a lot of players, they even sometimes do things that's totally outside of their character. But I do love the fact that you remained in your character and you did not allow this to dictate who you are as an individual because somebody was critical of you. The easiest thing you can do is turn down an interview. And by God, hey, you did it. You turned it down, and it was with a major show on ESPN, which is Mike and Mike. But at the end of the day, that don't make you a bad person because you did everything else that you were supposed to do with everyone else. But just know, once you sign your name on the dotted line to make it in the NFL, a lot of people will be critical of your game. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be on some of those shows that were critical of you. Period, point blank. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. You feel me? But I'm going to give y'all guys my final take on the whole day and pretty much a summary of everything it is that we talked about. So we talked about news that's in boxing. Oh, one more thing I forgot to announce to everybody that's out there listening. Triple G ducking Billy Joe Saunders in preparations for the Canelo fight in September. But Canelo got to handle business with Julio Cesar Chavez coming up real soon. And I personally don't even think we're going to do another video about the Canelo Chavez fight. But I personally do not feel as though Canelo is going to win this fight with Chavez. But it's just me. We're going to go in more detail about that. But I had to make the announcement that Triple G is pretty much using injury as a reason to not fight Billy Joe Saunders, because we thought he was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders after he defeated Daniel Jacobs, and he was going to go ahead and fight Billy Joe Saunders when they have this event in Kazakhstan back in his hometown. We thought that he was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders then, but what we have now is the fact that, you know, Yahoo done reported it quick and pretty much said that Triple G is waiting for Canelo. He's waiting for Canelo. So he don't want to unify right now. He don't care about unification right now. He want what he's been waiting for, and that's that man, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who has to take care of business against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which we will, like I said, discuss that in another show. But I had to bring that to you guys' attention. But back to my final take. We definitely, man, I want to keep you guys updated and posted. If you don't right now, go ahead and make sure you follow Jeremy Sports Network on Facebook. Subscribe right now to the YouTube channel so you can keep being updated with the latest content in boxing and all sports. I'm telling you, it's been a phenomenal year. If you're a boxing fan, we've been getting good fights. We've been getting drama. We've been getting everything if you're a good boxing fan. Right now in the NBA, you got the playoffs that's about to be approaching. So that race is getting very tight right now. Boston could go ahead and take over the East and be the #1 overall seed. You have that in place right now. Then if you move over to the NFL, you got the NFL draft coming up. Right now you got a few players. Shout out to my team, the New England Patriots, who needs to get deals done. We got to get deals done, finish the task at hand so that we can make another run to the Super Bowl, because I feel as though this year that's coming up is our year again, no matter what anybody says. So we got to get deals done. And my last take is definitely, like I said, make sure you guys follow our new page, Fresh Perspective. Definitely a phenomenal sports show, man, with a great cast of people, man, that has nothing but good content. I'm telling you, make sure you guys go over, tune in, and subscribe to that channel on YouTube. That's Fresh Perspective, PHRESH Perspective. Make sure you guys go and follow it right now on YouTube. I will post that link on Jeremy Sports Network so you guys can follow that. But hey, I appreciate you guys' time. This is Jeremy Sports Network. I'm signing out. Peace.